Ow! Hello, everybody.
I want to 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, hey, everybody. I 1, 2, 3, 4. You can hear me, yeah? Let me just make sure the sound is working for the music or the sound round. It's not a music round tonight, but it's a sound round. Let me just make sure this is working. Hopefully you'll be able to hear this if I play this.
Even when the thunder is
Oh, nice. Right, you heard that, yeah. Hello, everybody. It's quiz time. Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, I didn't have the microphone switched on at first. I was playing, but I couldn't hear. You can't hear because I realised that the microphone was not on. Right, thank you, everybody. Hello, Louisa. Hello, Richard. Hello, Noodle Doodles. Hello, Raymond. Hello, one and all. It's quiz time, Monday night. It's 3 minutes to 7. Guess some people, I didn't send out an email today. Let me just tweet this link to the world. Give us a share, by the way. Just before 7 o'clock. Give them a little share. Tell them it's coming. Here we are. Copy and... let's see, I'll open it in this window here. Twitter live quiz starting now. Free. And then post the link. Right. Okay, I'm slightly unprepared tonight, but I am early. It's 2 minutes to 7, so that's okay. That's good. What are people on Twitter talking about? Absolute bollocks, as per usual. Okay. Right, I hope you're all recovered from the death of Prince Philip. Hope you all got over that now. Because it's quiz time. We don't need that sadness hanging about here. Quiz time is happy time. Tell me what it is. Tell me, look, I haven't done this for a little while, actually. Tell me some good news from your life. I don't mean news from the news. I mean news from your life. Okay, something good that happened. For me, what happened today? I had some broccoli. That was nice. I haven't had any broccoli for a little while, so just had a little bit of broccoli and quite enjoyed that. So I'm all greened up. I got a green back. Green. Eat some greens, Paul, for crying out loud. I've got to look after my health, So broccoli. That's a good way to do it. That's about. Is that the only good news? I paid the electricity bill. Didn't get cut off again, so that's quite good. Which means I can do this. That's my news from today. What's your good news from today, folks? I saw Geraldine posting that she got her stroop waffles from Sam and Wilbur in the Netherlands. Managed to post it all the way to Edinburgh. Good for them. Fantastic. Derek had sausages. Sausages. Holy bananas. I had a couple of sausages yesterday. It was pretty good. They were like low quality sausages, but sometimes it's the best, yeah. Raymond's good news is that he did not have broccoli. Give us a share, folks. Share the quiz. We're just about to start. It is 7 o'clock. Let's start talking quiz. Welcome to everybody. It's Monday. Lockdown's completely over if you're in England. Here, we're still not allowed to breathe outside 1 mile away from our house. brackets, bubble, brackets, 3 people, something, I don't know. Guys managed to book a flight back from Portugal at long last. Not sure if this is good news. So have you been kind of trapped in Portugal, Gary? Is that a thing? Ah, good, your recorder turned up. Yeah, it took me ages to get around to getting a box for it. I need to order a bulk load of boxes. That's one of the bottlenecks in my little system here. I never quite have enough boxes. And I keep meaning to order some online because it'll be cheaper, but I end up just buying one at a time out of the post office, and they're £1.79. So, hey-ho. But it's good news that you got the recorder, the funky flute. Jonathan goes, booked today. That must have been off of Karen. Yeah, trapped between COVID and Brexit. Wow. Several rocks, several hard places. I remember a couple of years ago when we were part of the EU and there was no COVID. That was good. Anyway, hello, Ewan. Raymond got his bit, but I thought that Genome was a character in The Lord of the Rings. Slightly disappointed. I think it's one of her scientific books. Probably quite interesting. Certainly the first chapter, or the introduction anyway. Probably worth a read. And if you don't have time for that, maybe just the back of the book. That's how I get most of my knowledge. Read the back of books, or the introduction, or the first chapter. It's usually all you need to know. The rest is detail. Okay. It's quiz time. So it's Monday night quiz time. So welcome. Live quiz starts soon. If you don't know how to play, here's how you play. I'm going to ask questions, which is quiz questions. Trivia. I'm QUIZMASTER. You're the quizzee. I'm the quizzer. You're the quizzee. Answer the questions as you go. Write them down on a bit of paper and then mark yourself after each round. You do your own marking. It's wide open to corruption. If David Cameron, if you're watching, I know what score you're going to get, you dirty bastard, right? But more politics later. Don't put answers in the chat. That's the main thing. Don't shout out loud answers in the in the chat because people are just trying to answer the questions. Except for if there is a bonus question. Sometimes I ask a bonus question and I say first person in the chat to put the answer there. We'll get on the wheel of names. The wheel of names is what I spin at 8:30 for winners. Like the main quiz is 7 till 8. Then we're going to do pub quiz versus politics tonight. Then we'll do a few games for names. Try and get as many names on the wheel as we can in the time we've got. And then I'll spin the wheel, and that's where we get prizes tonight. So last time, and also keep a hold of your score. Keep a note of your score on the way through. I will ask you to upload your score at the end of the quiz. Last time we played was Friday. Lots of teams taking part. I classified the scores as follows, as per the Wham system. So Scumbags, Marcus, Pedestrians, Noodle Doodles, John O'D, Chameleons, Banmores Fish, right up in the George Michael category, right there. Chameleons as well. Lorna Marion, top rank. Pepsi and Shirley, all those middle teams. Clint Eastwood, Heeds and Mints. Stoby Stylers, Lumpy Gravy, comfortably number. Right down the bottom, the Andrew Ridgeley section. Some great teams in there. I actually looked up, I did a search, what did Andrew Ridgeley do in Wham? And there's loads of Wham fans going, no, he was really the glue that kept the band together and enabled George to be great. So, you know, hey-ho. Robert's saying, how do I reciprocate and give a prize away? It's simple, just get in touch with me, tell me what you want to give away, and if you can post out a prize to whoever wins it when I send you a winner's name and address, then that's how it works. All right. And then you get your name on the wheel when you're donating a prize. Okay. Simple as. So just get in touch. Hire me to do a Zoom quiz if you like. I'm available for private quizzing. Deadpool. Obviously, a couple of people got Prince Philip, but we have to wait to the end of the month to see if he is the most famous person on the list to die. There's a couple other names on that list who could challenge him. I put this in tonight. I got an email from Eggheads. They're looking for teams to go on Eggheads. The closing date is 15th April. That's Thursday night. So I think you could probably get something in before Thursday night or maybe on Friday. And it could be on Eggheads. I was on Eggheads once, didn't win. Oh, good. Look, Mr. Spedge is back. Hello. I hope you're well. We heard that you were in hospital. That's what we got told. So I hope you're okay, Spedge. Yes, there's Louisa saying, I hope Spedge is on the mend. There was a great many messages of support for the Spedge. So Spedge the ledge. Everyone's happy. Spedge is back. Right, good. The quiz can carry on now. Spedge the ledge. That's what we're talking about. For real. Welcome back. Indeed. Hope you're okay, man. Sponsored tonight is Cross Borders Brewery, as usual, on a Monday. Purveyors of fine. You what? Jesus Christ. What, you had a stroke? Fuck no. Tell us that's not true. Are you all right? Must be okay if you're doing the quiz, I think. You can win beer tonight. There's some previous winners. Everyone's happy. You get a 10% discount at Cross Borders if you use the discount code DPQuiz. Okay, there's some other prizes tonight. John Ronson's book Lost at Sea. This is Karen's bookshelf, which is starting to clear out now. It's coming towards the end of that. Rebecca, I hear all sorts of excuses for missing the quiz, but that's the first time I actually support missing the quiz. Darts trumps everything. Fucking hell, Jesus Christ. Well, get well soon. Do the physiotherapy. Be good. Holy shit. Well, we're all hoping you're okay. Thanks to Louisa as well for supplying this tonight. A fast vertical ironing system. I have no idea what that is, but can I donate my old jazz mags as a prize? No, Raymond. No. Okay, just to clear that up. Right, here we go. Pardon me. Time for the main quiz. We start now. So remember what I said. Don't shout out the answers to these. Just write them down and mark yourself after each round. Okay. First round is the same letter round. That means all the answers start with the same letter. That's what it means. Okay, so here we go. Question number 1 is about tennis. Which country does Novak Djokovic represent at tennis? Top tennis player. Novak Djokovic won loads and loads of tennis titles, but which country does he represent? Well, we're just glad you're in one piece, Simon. Keep it together. Follow the doctor's orders. Not this doctor. Proper doctor, you know. Right, number 2. Cheviot, Romney, and Black Welsh Mountain are all breeds of which sort of animal? Okay, so what kind of animal can be a Cheviot, a Romney, or a Black Welsh Mountain, and many other breeds as well? That's question number 2. In the same letter round, all the answers start with the same letter. Number 3, which country used to be the largest country in Africa in terms of territory until an independence referendum in January 2011 split the country in two? So there's now 2 countries. It used to be the biggest country in Africa. Not anymore. What country is that? Question number 4, which scientist was portrayed by Eddie Redmayne in the 2014 film The Theory of Everything? Okay, so Eddie Redmayne played a scientist in that film, The Theory of Everything. What was the name of the scientist he played? A real-life scientist, okay? I don't think this is too difficult tonight, this first round. And number 5, which Jamaican artist's biggest UK hit was a 1992 song titled Mr. Loverman? It's about himself. It's about how good he is at making love. So who's that? Right, you should have 5 answers that all start with the same letter. I will recap these questions very quickly just so you can make sure, just in case you missed anything. Then after that, I'll tell you the answers. Then you can tell me what you scored. So which country does Novak Djokovic represent at the tennis? That's number 1. Number 2, Romney, Black Welsh Mountain, and Cheviot are all different types of which animal? Thanks for telling me you're ready, Marion and Louisa. That's the idea. If everyone tells me you're ready, then I know that I'm okay to move on. Number 3, which used to be the largest country in Africa, but split in 2 in 2011. No longer the largest country. Eddie Redmayne, The Theory of Everything. what's the name of the scientist he played in that film? And the last one, Mr. Loverman, 1992. Fantastic. But who is it? Some good news from Bill. I was getting some peace from my neighbour at last. Cheeky twat knocked on my door at 2:30 this morning. Just as well I was awake. Up, practicing my bagpipes. Damn right, good to have Spedge back in the game. One of our most popular players. Okay, right, everyone's ready. Let's get the answers on. So, did you get a letter? I've got a feeling you probably did. I think it was a pretty straightforward round. Letter S. Be interested to see if you did get any of these wrong. Let us know, because this is one of our most straightforward rounds for a while, I think. Mind you, Novak Djokovic, you might not know this. It's Serbia. I'm saying it's easy, then suddenly I'm thinking, well, hang on. You might not necessarily know that. Anyway, 2 points for Serbia is the first one. Number 2 is the Romney, the Black Welsh Mountain, the Cheviot. That's sheep. Bonus to get on the wheel. Which type is that? Which breed of sheep is that? Identify a sheep. There you go. I don't think anyone could have predicted that question for a bonus question. First one to put the answer in the chat will get on the wheel. We already have Karen and Louisa on the wheel because they've put prizes up for tonight. Merino, Cheviot, Whiteface, Cheviot, Merino, Cheviot, Cheviot, no. Dolly, Southdown, Merino, Jolly, Whiteface, Cotswold. Nah, none of these. It was one of the ones in the question. Like, I'm not even trying to get you to imagine sheep. It was one of the ones that was mentioned in the question. Nah, it's not a Welsh Black Mountain. Nah. I mean, I was going to say, is that not black? But there we go. Peter's got it. Romney. Nice one. That was like a multiple choice bonus question, really. So, Peter, you are on the wheel. Join Karen and Louisa. That's what a Romney looks like. Calm down. Calm down, Aberdeen people. Right, which country used to be the largest in Africa until the referendum split the country? That is, of course, Sudan. It's now Sudan and South Sudan, of course. Raymond, that's tonight's first proper funny. There we go. Put you on the wheel as well. First joke to properly make me laugh. I mean, they're all good, but that's a cracker. It's a good looking sheep, isn't it? It was a strong looking sheep. And Eddie Redmayne is Stephen Hawking, of course. The theory of everything. Make your own mind up which one's which. And Mr. Loverman. Lover, Mr. Lover. It's Shabba Ranks. There he is. Look, that's him getting quiz questions right. Ho, 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 ho. Mr. Loverman. Shabba. So, did you get them all right? It's 2 points for each correct answer, so 10 if you got them all right. This is the point after the first round at which you add bonus points. So if you have shared the quiz tonight, you get a point. If you're a subscriber, you get 2 points. Okay? So if you're not a subscriber, hit subscribe now. Ding-a-ling. Ring the bell. And if it's your birthday, add 1. All right? Let us know if it's your birthday. Louise put Spedge for number 5. Mr. Loverman. Spedgy. Mr. Loverman. That's an old one, Louise. Denise. Not Louise. Denise. We call a group of sheep tied to a lamppost in New Zealand the Leisure Centre. Wicka, wicka, wicka. Listen, I've been to New Zealand and that's not far off the truth. That's close to not being a joke. Had 6 possible answers for 1, but chose the right one. All right, okay. What else might you have thought? You might have thought Slovakia, Slovenia, I don't know. Switzerland. He's a Serb, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. Aye, absolutely. That's the extra bonus tonight. If you just come out of hospital, let's say in the last month, then you get an extra point. So point for Spedge, but anyone else who's just come out of hospital as well, plus 1 point. Okay, that's fair enough. I guess Shabba, but not son. You have a point. No, take 2 points for that. Bill, you know who he is. Shabba rank. Shabba. That's fine. 2 points. Come on, let's go easy on each other. Went for Slovenia and Shaggy. Yeah, it's possible to go for Shaggy on that one, but Shaggy's not the right answer. Right, okay, so it was possible to go slightly off on a couple of those. So there's me declaring it's all easy, but it goes the other way. Sometimes I think it's difficult and you all get 10. Anyway, let's carry straight on. We've got Pub Quiz versus Politics tonight at 8 o'clock with Katrina MacDonald of the SNP. She's looking to get the SNP back up the table. They're third at the moment, I think. That's at 8 o'clock. So let's try and get the quiz finished before then. All right. So, animals. Number 1, what kind of animal is this? Really straightforward. One answer. One word answer for this one. So what type of animal is that? Have a look at it. What do you think that is? That's picture number 1. Picture number 2 is a flag which autonomous community, which is what it technically is, in the north of Spain is represented by this flag. So it's part of Spain. But they're very proud of their place. There is an independence movement as well, but currently it's part of Spain. Whose flag is that? That's question number 2. All right. Number 3, superheroes. What is the name of this Marvel superhero? Clue. It was made into a film in 2008. All right. So like a lot of the Marvel superheroes have been given a film these days. This one got his first sort of film to himself or film in his name in 2008, but there's been sequels as well. Which Marvel superhero is that? That's picture number 3. Number 4 in the picture round. Okay, which British television programme featured this character for 24 years? So that narrows it down. There's not a lot of TV shows that ran for 24 years. And there's not a lot of shows that run for that long that have a character that lasts that long. But this female character was in which British TV show for 24 years? That's question number 4. And number 5, engines with faces. All right, the weird world of Thomas the Tank Engine and friends. This is one of Thomas the Tank Engine's friends. What's he called? The clue is that he has got the same name as several kings of Scotland. Okay. So you tell me when you're ready. I will recap the questions for the picture round. Again, I don't think it's too difficult this round. I think it's okay. So what kind of animal is this? Let me know when you're ready. Number 2, whose flag is that? It is technically an autonomous community in the northern part of Spain. It is part of Spain at the moment. Number 3, what's the name of this Marvel superhero? Made into a film 2008. In the TV show, it had this character for 24 years. Amazing. And Jonathan's not sure about the train. It's an engine. It's not a train. Just getting a bit, train spotty, for want of a better word, on you. The engine. What's the name of this engine? He's got the same name as several kings of Scotland. Okay, right, everyone's ready. Let's move on. Here come the answers. So number 1, Very distinctive, especially, I mean, there's all sorts of rodents, yeah, but not too many rodents got a big flat tail like that. It's a beaver. It's a mighty beaver. But just beaver is fine for the 2 points. To part of Spain, Basque country. Oh, yeah. Ewan, I'm into that. I think I could tell you the first 7 as well. I'll probably tell you number 8. We'll try that in a minute. Number 3, name of the Marvel superhero is Iron Man. I am Iron Man. Which heavy metal band had a song called Iron Man? Early 70s. Early 1970s. Name the British heavy metal band who had a song called Iron Man. And it starts off, I am Iron Man. Yeah, that's it. John's got it. Black Sabbath. I was listening to a bunch of Black Sabbath yesterday. I never really got into them until a few years ago. Didn't really get them when I was a kid, but I can see it now. Aye, Black Sabbath is right, John. Okay, and the last one. Oh no, still 2 more. The Bill is the answer to this one. It's WPC Ackland, is that right? I don't have my notes right in front of me, so I think that's. Hang on. I've got a sudden need to know this. You know how it is sometimes you just need to know. Just a quick look up. A real quick look up here. Well, it would be quick if Excel just opened like that, but it's not in the mood. Right, okay. Come back to it. And Thomas Tank and his friends, he's red. He is engine number 4, and he is James. Hang on, is that right? No, see, he's number 5, isn't he? What are the numbers? Actually, see, I was saying them, but then no. I think number 1's Edward. Number 2's Thomas. You know what? Suddenly I realise I don't actually know them. I think I know them. 3's Henry, 4's Gordon. I've probably got that all wrong. Put Juliet Bravo. Nah, I don't think that was on that long. I don't think that lasted for that amount of years. I don't think so, anyway. So, yeah, Trudy Goodwin plays Sergeant June Ackland. There we go. There's the extra information. Right. So, Beaver, Basque Country, Iron Man, The Bill, and James. How'd you get on with that? 10 out of 10 for the quiz ballers. Didn't get a flag. What did you put? Did you put Catalonia? Oh, thanks, Ewan. Good stuff, right? Edward, number 2. Is Thomas number 1 then? It's Thomas the Tank Engine himself, number 1. Henry 3, Gordon 4, James 5, Percy 6, Toby 7. Yeah, that sounds right to me. That looks right. Ewan, I didn't even ask that question, but I'm going to put you on the wheel anyway for bringing me great satisfaction. I loved those books when I was a kid. Absolutely loved them. Still like them. Didn't recognise Iron Man. Yeah, that's him. It's because his suit's made out of iron. It's not. It's nothing to do with flattening clothes. There he is. Probably listening to Black Sabbath inside that suit right now. So there's all the answers. Okay. Yeah, Toby the Tram Engine. That's right. He did look like a shed. It's W.A. Audrey. It's the Wilbert. Oh man, see, it's funny, isn't it? You think you know something, and then you start to say it, and it's like, oh god, I only half know it. I can only half remember it. His first name's Wilbert. Again, I kind of need to know. So I'm just going to quickly look it up. Wilbert Oh no, WV Audrey. Wilbert Veer Audrey. God, I can't even get the initial right. Anyway, let's crack on. Nah, WA is wrong. WV Audrey. Wilbert Veer Audrey. Aye, the Rev. Right, okay. Let's get on with it. Full house for the Waltons. Nice work. Triangulation, you get 10 as well. Time for the sound round. So it's film clips tonight. I'm going to play you 5 film clips. And you just pick the right answer from that list. Castaway, Coach Carter, Death Becomes Her, Home of the Brave, Rollerball, See No Evil, Hear No Evil, Sister Act, Stir Crazy, The Perfect Storm, and Westworld. So that's the list of possible answers. Here come the clips. Here is the first one right now. This is a film from the 70s.
I shot 6 people. Well, they weren't real people.
What Mr. Lewis means is he shot 6 robots, scientifically programmed to look, act, talk, and even bleed just like humans do. Now, isn't that right?
Well, they may have been robots. I mean, I think they were robots. I know they were robots.
Okay, that's a mistake straight away. That's the answer is there. The only mistake is that I've used that clip before, right? I meant to use a different clip, but it turns out I've got the wrong one here. So anyway, the question stands because the answer is there. Number 2 is an 80s film.
Deaf?
Yes, I'm deaf.
You really deaf?
I'm really deaf.
How do you know what I'm saying?
Because I'm reading your lips. Now, do you want the job or don't you?
Because I'm blind? Hey, shove it up your ass, pal. I don't want no favors from no deaf ass.
Then go home. Get out of here. Give me some peace of mind.
Great stuff. A bit of an argument there at the start of a comedy movie, which has got terrible reviews, but I quite liked it. Number 3 is from the early 90s. Oh, okay. I know what's happened there. Right. What's happened there is that I've not edited it. I've not edited it at silence. I've got 2 minutes 40 and there's a 20-second clip in here somewhere. Let's try and find it. Right, there it is. Hang on. Nah, what a mess. This is what happens when I don't check things in time. Right, ignore number 3. Let's go to number 4, and I'll try and work out number 3 for you in a second. Number 4 is this one. Film from the year 2000. So this is number 4.
We have a pro football team now, but they're in Nashville.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. They used to be in Houston. First they were the Oilers. Now they're the Titans.
Houston Oilers are the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
Our deepest fear.
Okay, that was number 4. And number 5 came out in the year 2005. What is this film?
Not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
Well, that sounds kind of deep and meaningful, didn't it? Right. Listen up. I found the clip for number 3, so I'm going to play you number 3 now from a different thing. Hopefully you'll be able to hear this. Here comes number 3. I know this is all messed up, but here we go.
I shot 6 people. Well, they weren't.
No, that's the wrong thing, right? Because I've got to go over here. Sorry. Here's number 3.
I'm fighting this as hard as I can, but just look at you. She's already destroyed your career. Now she's breaking your heart, stealing your pride, flaunting her lovers all over town.
You know about that?
Everyone does.
Flaunting her lovers all over town. Do you know about that? Everyone does, right? Okay. That's a bit of a mess. But I'm going to go through them again. I should be able to play them in the right order this time. So here they come one more time. Number one is this, a 70s film.
Real people. What Mr. Lewis means is he shot 6 robots, scientifically programmed to look, act, talk, and even bleed just like humans do. Now, isn't that right?
Well, they may have been robots. I mean, I think they were robots. I know they were robots.
Okay, a guy knows they were robots. Number two is a comedy film from 1980s. What's this?
Deaf?
Yes, I'm deaf.
You really deaf?
I'm really deaf
How do you know what I'm saying?
because I'm reading your lips. Now, do you want the job or don't you?
Because I'm blind? Hey, shove it up your ass, pal. I don't want no favors from no deaf ass.
Then go home. Get out of here. Give me some peace of mind.
Okay. Here is number 3. I think this should work.
I'm fighting this as hard as I can, but just look at you. She's already destroyed your career. Now she's breaking your heart, stealing your pride, flaunting her lovers all over town.
You know about that?
Everyone does.
Okay, that was number 3 in the right order this time. Here's number 4 from the year 2000.
We have a pro football team now, but they're in Nashville.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. They used to be in Houston. First they were the Oilers. Now they're the Titans.
Houston Oilers are the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
The Houston Oilers are now the Tennessee Titans. What kind of film is that? And then 2005 is the last one. Kind of inspirational.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same, as we are liberated from our own fear. Our presence automatically liberates others.
Our presence automatically liberates others. Wow. Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to show you the answers now. I was editing on the fly there, folks. Hope it didn't ruin it too much. Right, here come the answers for the sound round. So number 1, it's a clip I've played before. I've accidentally played the wrong clip. I've not gone and checked my sound round. I haven't found mistakes. But anyway, well done if you got it right. Guy's talked about shooting robots. It's Westworld. Okay? He's been to Westworld and you're allowed to shoot people there. It's perfectly fine. It's the American dream. Number 2 is Gene Wilder and man, my brain's all over the shop today. What's the other? There's the clue. There's the question. There's the bonus question. What's the name of the other guy? Richard Pryor. That's not the bonus question because I just thought the answer. It's see no evil, hear no evil. I'm going to see all your answers appear in the chat in just a second. Number 3, the one that was in the wrong order first, is flaunting her lovers all over town. That is Death Becomes Her, which I never heard of until last week when I was getting these clips. And it's on Netflix and it looks quite good. Number 4 is Castaway. Tom Hanks has been away. This is at the end of the film and he comes home. And his mind's blown because the Houston Oilers are now the Tennessee Titans. And the last one is Coach Carter. There's a bonus question. Here's an actual bonus question to get on the wheel. Who is the star of Coach Carter? It wasn't the person speaking in the clip. Who is the star of Coach Carter? Who's the The main headline guy. It's about a coach called Coach Carter, and he inspires young people who play basketball. It is Samuel L. Jackson. That is correct. Well done, Louisa. You are on the wheel with that answer. Okay. John, I'll put you on the wheel as well because you did. I did say it was a question, then you answered it, and then I said, "Oh, it's not a question." So you were first to answer it. So I'll put you on the wheel for that as well. Okay, because that was slightly unfair on my part, but my brain is disintegrating. That's what's going on there. Right, how'd you get on? Hard round for triangulation, but they got 8 points, so that's okay. 10 for the Doyle, nice one. 6 for Janie. Oh, 2 for you and Ross, because they don't have a lot of films in Aberdeen. There's various restrictions. 6 out of 10 for Peter. Poor round, they say. That's not bad. I mean, if you don't know them, it's difficult. I know that's a typo, but I'd love to see a film starring Clint Eastwood. That'd be amazing. Right, let's move on. Lumpy Gravy got 6 out of 10. Knew it was Tom Hanks, but got a film wrong. What would you have put in? Let's have a look. Got Coach Carter, Home of the Brave. Maybe he said Home of the Brave. I don't know what Home of the Brave is. I think I just saw a title like that. I thought, right, I'll put that in. Okay, where are we? It's time for an anagram, right? Everyone gets 60 seconds, so no shouting out for this one. Just try and solve it. Use the 60 seconds to solve this anagram. Do not shout out the answer in the chat. If you do get it, you can say you're ready or got it or something like that. But don't shout out the answer. That's good. Clint Eastwood is a gripping actor. So you ready? This is a person you're looking for. I'm an evil Tory bigot. This specific anagram was actually suggested to me sometime last year, I think. And I wrote it down. I did one of those things where I write it down on a bit of paper, lose a bit of paper, months later, find a bit of paper, check it. Oh, it's true, you know. So it makes, and it's an anagram that kind of makes sense. That's the clue. An anagram that kind of makes sense. It's a person who was born in 1948 and someone who is still alive, I think. Yeah, she's 73. So who would that suit? Yeah, it's a famous anagram. I was told it by somebody last year and loads of people went, aye. Right, time's up. A couple of you got it. It's 3 points if you get this right. It's Virginia Bottomley, who was a minister under John Major in the John Major years, in the 90s. Yeah, Tory MP for, where was she an MP for? Isle of Wight. Wow. Oh no, hang on. Southwest Surrey. She stood in Isle of Wight and didn't get elected. Then she stood in Surrey. So there we go. Bonus question here, get on the wheel. Name any of the jobs for which she was Secretary of State. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. She was Secretary of State for 4 different offices. Name any of them. No. Sorry, 3. Says Secretary of State, and Minister of State. Name any of them. Let's see. Home Secretary. I don't think she was. No. Education? No. Hang on. Let me just check. Because my brain is all over the place tonight. I think someone's got it, but I've just got to find who said it first. Yeah, health. Ewan's got it right. She was Secretary of State for Health from 1992 to 1995 under John Major, and she was also Secretary of State for National Heritage and Under Secretary of State for the Environment, National Heritage, Health, Environment. Right, okay, good. Ewan, you're on the wheel in any event. Okay, let's crack on. Loads of mistakes by me tonight. Well, not mistakes. I'm just slightly all over the place. Give me a thumbs up. If you like the quiz, please like the quiz. Like, actively like it. Press that thumb. Years before you and healthily. I'm not sure about that. Let me go back and check. It's highly likely because I'm making all kinds of errors and mishaps tonight. So let's have a look. Let's see. Home Secretary said Michael. Then Lorna said home, education. I'm doing these in the order. Then Jonathan said education. Then Ewan said health. Then Gary said health. And then Joe said health. You were third, Joe. Third one to get that right. So, are you sure I wasn't first? Said, well, I could go back and have a look at that as well, Sally. No, you were just behind Joe, so you were fourth. As I've said several times before, the thing is, it comes on my end in an order. Might not be the same order at your end, but I go in the order I've got. Okay, thank you. And you can improve your chances of seeing the right order by switching to live chat rather than top chat on YouTube. Although that doesn't necessarily solve it. Anyway, we're getting held up here. Right, Blanco. I better get on with this. We're running out of time. So Blanco is a 10-point Blanco tonight. Well, it's always 10 points, but it's 10 answers, right? Complete the titles of these Roald Dahl novels. There you go. Some of these you'll just know straight away. Others you might have to think about. Others you might just not know. So try these. Charlie and the Something Factory. What could that be? Charlie and the Great Glass. The Something Crocodile. Ezio something. Fantastic Mr. Somebody or something. Georgie's Marvelous Something. Something and the Giant Peach. The Something Finger. My Something Oswald. And the Something of Nibbleswick. Pretty sure you can put the word dildo into most of these, but that's none of them is the answer. Dildo. You let me know when you're ready. Jonathan's ready very, very quickly. But you tell me when you're ready. I haven't read a Roald Dahl book for a long, long time. I started reading one of the ones that's on this list last year to my daughter, and first couple of pages, she read the rest of it herself, but it was it's absolutely hilarious. It was so good. Really great writing. Chameleons are ready as well. Thank you very much indeed. Bill's going to go for a buckfast in every answer. Georgie's Marvelous Buckfast. The Buckfast Crocodile. There's no more dangerous animal than the Buckfast Crocodile. The Buckfast Finger. A story about that last finger of Bucky that just made all the difference. That landed the main character in jail, and it was the Buckfast Finger. Charlie and the Buckfast Factory. Yeah, that's funnier than my comedy mishap. Bill, I'll put you on the wheel for that. I'm wheel happy tonight. Getting you all on a wheel. A local church did Mastermind, and I did Roald Dahl. Fantastic. Great stuff. Good topic. Quite a lot of material. I mean, there was a huge list. I think there was about 18 on the list. I cut it down to 10. The Mad Dog 2020 alligator. Oh, kick his arse. That'd be a battle worth watching, right? Okay, everyone's ready. Let's move on. You're going to score 1 point for each of these. If you're not quite ready, just make up some words right now. You could be right. Here we go. From the top, starting with probably the most famous one of the lot, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Great. Classic. Totally fantastic. Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator is the sequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I've not read it as... I think we got it read to us in primary school by a teacher. I remember thinking it was cool, but I can't remember much about it. I remember these creatures called the vicious Kinids that were flying about. They looked like big jobbies or prunes or something. The something crocodile, that is the enormous crocodile. Ezio Trot. There we go. Everyone's a critic. What are you talking about? Great Glass Elevator. Yeah. Number 5 is Fantastic Mr. Fox, probably the next most famous on the list after Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Georgie's Marvelous Medicine, which could be about Bucky. James and the Giant Peach. Last 3 are pretty difficult. Not that well known. Number 8 is the Magic Finger. You know what I mean? Magic Finger. Number 9 is My Uncle Oswald. And number 10 is the Vicar of Nibbleswick. Well, that's good. The only question I got wrong, this is Jonathan when he did Mastermind Roald Dahl, is which pop star did his granddaughter marry? Now, I don't know the answer to that, so we'll make that a question to get on the wheel. Obviously, you can't answer it, Mr. Doyle, because you know it, but you can tell us. You can tell us if whoever gets it right, if you know what I mean. I suppose I could quickly look it up. Is that Sophie Dahl? Is that who we're talking about? Let's have a look. She's granddaughter of Roald Dahl. Personal life. All right, yeah, got it. Yeah, Jamie Cullum. And you got it all before I looked it up. Jamie Cullum is right. Well done, Derek. That puts you on the wheel. I'll put Jonathan on the wheel for giving us that question. That's a good one. Jonathan Doyle. There we go. I can still type. My brain's out of sorts tonight, but I can still type, it seems. So that's okay. Morrissey. Yeah, that's well pointed out. Janet, yeah, not really a pop star. Pop stars like George Michael or Tony Hadley. That's a pop star, not Jamie Cullum. Anyway, let's crack on. How many did you get? The wee jazz boy. That's right. Morrissey, that's hilarious. 9 out of 10, pretty good. Said friend instead of uncle. My friend Oswald. That's one actually that's it's not a kid's book. Put it that way. It's not just an anagram, Sally Happy Gang. It's tortoise backwards. I knew a girl was trying to tell me about a Roald Dahl book. She called it Charlie and His Chocolate Wonka. Fantastic. That's a different version. That's a version she might have seen. Anyway, 50-50 Roadside Attractions. This is Charlene Minnis Vixa. I don't know if Charlene's here tonight, but she suggested the topic. So here comes Roadside Attractions, 50-50 round. See how you get on with this. This is mainly a picture round because that's the only way I could think of doing it. So where can you find this funicular railway? Is it in Dorset or is it in Yorkshire? I don't think the Vicar one is also an adult book. I think it's a kid's book, that one. Oh, Charlene's in Vancouver. That's Charlene in Vancouver. Right. I'll try and get a clip of this round and put it up separately so she can see it later on, although YouTube have suddenly made that a lot more difficult to get clips from the live stream. Just more hassle. Not more difficult, just more hassle. Number 2, Sweetcorn Monster. How tall is the Jolly Green Giant? Is he 55 foot tall or 88 foot tall? This is the statue of the Jolly Green Giant, which is somewhere in the USA. But how tall is the statue? Is it 55 feet tall or 88 feet tall? She watches the entire quiz later, no worries. Right, okay, cool. Well, thanks for the round, Charlene. It's a good idea. Kind of difficult to write questions about, but ended up doing pictures mainly. All right, this is in Colorado. It's called Bishop's Castle. Now, what's unusual about how it was built? Was it built by a team of blind people, or was it built by literally one man? So it's a kind of gothic, medieval fantasy house / castle somewhere in Colorado. It's called Bishop's Castle, and it's kind of a tourist attraction. But who built it? Was it a team of blind people, or was it literally one guy? Roadside Attractions. Ain't doing it by fractions, doing it the whole way round. Number 4. See, I'm struggling with the questions, really. Which M6 service station is situated farthest north? Charnock Richard or T-Bay? All right. They are both service stations on the M6. One's kind of rubbish and one's quite high quality. But that's not the question. The question is which one is furthest north? That is question number 4. You might not have any idea about this, but it's the 50-50 round, so you can always guess. That's the good thing about a round. Number 5. This is called the Peachoid. It's in South Carolina, and it features as a plot point in the first series of which show on Netflix? Is it The House of Cards, or is it Orange is the New Black? Okay. Right. It is 7 minutes to 8. I should just get finished in time. Okay, I'm going to go over these questions one more time. Then we've got the double or bus round. Then we have pub quiz versus politics with Katrina McDonald at the SNP tonight. So here's the 50-50 round one more time. Whereabout is this funicular railway? Is it in Dorset or is it in Yorkshire? Tell me if you're ready, folks. How tall is the Jolly Green Giant, the statue in the USA? 55 feet tall or 88 feet tall? There's a clue in the picture. If you look closely enough at the picture, you might see the clue. Number 3 is this Bishop's Castle in Colorado. Who built it? A team of blind people or literally one man? 4 guesses from Janie. That's the way in this round. It's going to be that kind of round. Which M6 service station is situated furthest north? Is it Charnock Richard or T-Bay? And the last one in this round, the Peachoid in South Carolina, features as a plot point in which Netflix show? Is it The House of Cards or Orange is the New Black? I keep saying The House of Cards. It's just House of Cards or Orange is the New Black. Right, you tell me when you're ready. What we got? Chameleons are ready. The triangulation are ready. Janie's ready. I'll wait for a couple more. Not too long, though. We've still got one round to go. You're all ready. Of course you're ready. Everyone's ready because it's the 50-50 round. Right, here we go. Answers. Okay, where is this funicular railway? It is on the coast of North Yorkshire, ladies and gentlemen. It's Saltburn, I think the name of the place is. Something like that. Yorkshire. Costs £1 and it takes 55 seconds to get from top to bottom. That's your bonus info there. Right, the Sweetcorn guy, the Jolly Green Giant, peas as well, not just Sweetcorn, he does peas as well, but it's 55 feet tall. I don't know if you can see little fella clinging onto the boot down there, so you can maybe work it out from that. Who built this? It was literally one guy. So the X is in the wrong place there. Another little mistake. But it was literally one guy. A guy called Jim Bishop. Built it himself. The dragon breathes fire, by the way. Which M6 service station is situated farthest north? It is T-Bay. By the time you get to T-Bay, you're nearly in Scotland, right? So that's furthest north. And the last one here, the Peachoid features in an episode of The House of Cards. Keep calling it The House of Cards. House of Cards, all right? It's something because it looks like a bum, and they're trying to work out if it's needs to be reformed or something like that. I don't know. I've never seen the show. Anyway, there's the answers. Yorkshire, T-Bay, literally one man. Oh, God, look at the mistakes. Just mistakes all the time tonight. What a mess. What was number 4 again? Was that? Oh, what was number 2? Right, 55 feet. A complete car crash in that round in terms of my PowerPoint. You'll all be all right. You'll be fine. I'm just going to do this for a second because it just annoys me so much when that happens. I'm just going to quickly edit that one. Real quick. Now, how'd you get on? Worst round ever, 2 out of 10. Woof. It was a difficult round to write questions for. Great subject. You know, it's a wonderful world out there of large penguins, big lobsters, big pineapples, all sorts of things. Quite a lot in Australia as well. I ended up with not any Australian ones, but there you go. Right, 10 out of 10 for UK Alliance. Nice works. 2 for Gary. Scary nightmare for round. Let's get on. Right, got 1 round left, and it is the famous double or bust round. So, you know how this goes. I'm going to give you 5 questions. Each question is worth double, so 4 points for an answer in this round. So if you get them all right, you get 20 points. Massive score for you. Trouble is, if you get anything wrong in this round, then you get 0 points for the round. Okay, that's bust. That's if you put something and you get it wrong. To avoid that fate, you can leave blanks. You don't have to answer every question. So you know how this goes. Here we go. Don't remember seeing the Peach and House Cards. It's Series 1, Episode 3, apparently. Okay. Right. In meters, how long is an Olympic-sized swimming pool? What is the length? If you swim a length in an Olympic-sized swimming pool, then how many meters have you swam or swum? Yeah, I know. Well, they were off for so long, then they were back for like 2 weeks, and then they're on holiday again. Crazy. Anyway, number 2, which boy band was formed on X Factor in 2010? Consisted of Harry, Niall, Liam, Lewis, and Zayn. Name that boy band. Harry, Niall, Liam, Lewis, and Zayn. They got together on X Factor in 2010. Looks like there's some pretty low scores in the 50-50 round. I'll be interested to see some maybe slightly lower scores tonight. The Roll Dahl round looked like there was some slightly lower scores as well. Number 3, living on an island. Which Pacific nation consists of round about 300 islands altogether, but most of the population live on the largest island, which is called Viti Levu? So which country is that? Which independent nation in the Pacific Ocean? It's made up of around about 300 islands, but there's 2 main big islands, and the biggest one is called Viti Levu, and most of the population live there. Which country is that? That's number 3. Number 4 in the double or bust round is a franchise question. Fast food. Which fast food chain began in Bridgeport, Connecticut in 1965 and nowadays has more restaurants than McDonald's? It's bigger than McDonald's in terms of number of outlets. Which fast food situation is that? That's question number 4. And the final one here, number 5, is a year question. You get within 1 year to get the points for this one. 1 year out either way. So what year did these things both happen? 50 Shades of Grey was first published, publishing phenomenon by E.L. James. And David Walliams, the comedian, swam 140 miles off the Thames for sport relief. He raised £2 million doing that. And it made him ill. He had to get an operation later on. Put his back out. You got Thames belly. A silly thing to do, really. Swimming the length of a river. I mean, there must be easier ways. Anyway, tell me when you're ready. Right, Jonathan's ready. Quick recap, then I'll do the answers, then I'll get your scores, then we're going to play pub quiz versus politics. Number 1, how long is an Olympic-sized swimming pool? How many meters? Number 2, Harry, Niall, Liam, Lewis, Zane, name the boy band. Number 3, Viti Levu is the big island in which country? It's a Pacific nation. Number 4, Bridgeport, Connecticut was the origin of this fast food chain. Now it's bigger than McDonald's. Who's that? And the last one is the year 50 Shades of Grey and David Walliams swimming the Thames. What year is that? Right, we are ready. Mr. Doyle's ready. Noodle Doodles are ready. Louisa is ready. Marion's ready. Triangulation are ready. We are ready. Let's go. Let's get the answers. Here we go. Now, you know how to mark yourself here. 4 points for a correct answer. And bust if you get anything wrong. If you don't put anything, then nothing bad happens. So depends how many you've gone for. Mr. Doyle's going, I wonder if anyone's going balls out. Mr. Doyle is, Marion's going balls out as well, which is fantastic. Bravery in the face of questions. Right, here we go. Here come the answers. How long is Olympic-sized swimming pool? It's 50 meters long. 50. 4 points if you got that one. It's a long way to swim. Harry, Niall, Liam, Lewis, and Zane. That is your One Direction. I think that's fairly easy for this round. But I don't know. You never know. Some people just don't know. Number 3, Viti Levu is the big island. A bunch of people live there. It's Fiji. Fiji is the answer. There's a map of Fiji. Lots of little islands. 2 big islands. Viti Levu, Vanuatu Levu. Bridgeport, Connecticut, 1965. More branches than McDonald's now. It's Subway. Subway is correct. And the last one, the year. Did you go for this? This is quite tight. You've got to get 1 year out either way. 50 Shades Grey, David Walliams swimming the Thames, both in 2011. All right, so if you said 2010, 2011, or 2012, then you get the points. Otherwise, you are bust. So let me know what your score was. Let me know if you got bust. If you did get bust, tell me what you got bust on, what wrong answer you put. There are the 5 answers altogether. I'm going to give you the link straight away to upload your scores. And then we're going to be going live to Katrina McDonald in just a few moments. Let me just get the score upload link for you. Here we go. Oh, good grief. Fabian's got bust by a year. I wonder if they went too early or too late. I bet they went too late. That's my guess. Ewan's got bust as well. Tell us what you got bust on, if you got bust. Didn't go for Subway. It's a difficult one. Hey, Marion got all 5. And pointing out that she did that solo. Lorna's off the internet, so Marion, just letting you know that she did that by herself. 20 points out of 20. Solo style. Whoa, Jobson's bust, 2009. Right, it's going to be it's fairly low scores tonight, I think, compared to usual. So it'll be interesting. Remember to upload your scores, folks, even if you think you got a low score, because it makes all the other people feel good. You know what I mean? Which is what it's all about. So thank you very much. Right, it's time for pub quiz versus politics. Let's get rid of this and let's say hello to Katrina McDonald. Hello.
Hello there, how are you?
Hey, absolutely brilliant, and I can hear you fine. I take it you can hear me okay, yeah?
I can hear you fine, yes, thank you.
Right, first things first, am I pronouncing your name properly? Katrina, is that right?
That's right, yes. You're
All
probably
right,
one of the first people to get it first time, so thank you.
Well, I wondered because immediately I thought Katrina, and then I was thinking, no, hang on, maybe it's Catriona, and then I was thinking, well, do people actually call themselves Catriona? I'm not sure. Do people do that?
I don't know, but I think with pub quizzes, it's better not to second guess yourself. Just go for what you think is right.
Well, there's a politician who likes to check facts, ladies and gentlemen. We got a live one here. So you're standing for the Scottish National Party in Edinburgh Southern, is that right?
That's right. Yes.
How's it going?
It's going well, yeah. I mean, it's a really strange kind of a campaign, as probably everyone that's been on has said to you. But I'm quite enjoying it. It's been quite exciting having to find new ways to campaign when you can't count on just going around and knocking doors in the old-fashioned kind of way.
Well, everybody has said so far what they really miss is the knocking of the doors. So do you know when that's going to be permitted?
Well, we're allowed to do it from this afternoon, but I think a lot of people are being a bit cautious because, you don't necessarily know that people want someone knocking on their doors at the moment. So I think a lot of people
definitely do.
Yeah, they're a bit. I mean, that's the other side of things. People just want someone to speak to at the moment now.
Yeah.
I certainly wouldn't mind someone. If someone came to my door, I'd probably enjoy the chat. I mean, obviously not to be convinced on the political front, but I would enjoy the chat.
Yeah, of course. So Edinburgh Southern, who's in charge of that at the moment? Is that SNP just now, or is that?
No, this is one of the Labour seats that we've got left in Scotland.
Right. So who's the person who's the current MSP standing again, or are you up against an incumbent? And who's that?
It's Daniel Johnson.
Right. And how close is it going to be? I got a feeling this is going to be one of the closer ones. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a seat that's changed hands the most times in the history of the Scottish Parliament. So it's always an exciting one, and it's really tight. It's just over 1,000 votes in it, which is a really tiny number in the context of a parliamentary election.
And has it always changed hands, SNP Labour, or have the Libs had it as well?
Yep, it's been all three in the past. It was Liberal, and it was also SNP, and then it became Labour in 2016.
Okay, and what about you? I mean, we've had all sorts of different people who are candidates at the moment. I think you're one of the younger people. How did you get into this? What's your story?
It's not really politics. My background's in hospitality, so I've worked in restaurants and waitressing for about 10 years, and I opened my own cafe about 5 years ago with my mum. And so yeah, that's kind of my background, hospitality, and also I worked in tourism for a wee while, and then in our business, we did a lot of community work, especially on housing, which is kind of the issue that I care the most about. And I just kind of realised I was going to get more done in Parliament than behind the counter. So I decided to go for it.
So it seems, like one of the things people say about politicians these days is that they're all been at university, they're all professionals, they never had a proper job, stuff like that. But, obviously working in hospitality, as I know very well, that is a very real job. So how do you make the leap from running a cafe to becoming an SNP candidate for Parliament?
Well, lots of people ask me that, but I've always think that working in customer service, if you've worked in hospitality, you know that it's kind of the best preparation for politics, because you always have to be calm, you have to think on your feet, you get the public or your colleagues being very difficult in stressful situations. And I don't know, I found that people, all the skills that I've kind of learned in hospitality have been really transferable into politics. And, obviously owning a cafe.
I don't do that for a second. I think a lot of people understand that. I think it's clear how it could be good. But how did you, what's the actual steps? Like, did you just phone up the SNP one day and say, by the way, I run a cafe, you should get me into Edinburgh Southern?
It was a wee bit like that, actually. I started going along to SNP meetings. I mean, I joined the SNP when I was 16, but obviously working quite a lot, I didn't have a lot of time to get involved. And then when I started to think, actually, I would like to get involved, I started going along to meetings. And then there was the snap election, and a couple of my customers who were also SNP supporters suggested that I put myself forward for it. And I don't know, the first time I didn't really think I was going to get it, I suppose because I also had that idea that you wouldn't be a waitress and then an MSP. And
right.
But I went for it, and I did get it in 2019. I became the candidate, and I went for it again this year.
Well, fantastic. I mean, it's this is one of the things I've enjoyed about this. I was speaking to a Labour guy in Angus South last week, a very young guy, he's 23, you know, and it's like he's worked in Asda pizza counter, he worked in an optician, and it's like, all right, okay, they're not all just career politicians. Although I've checked out the salary for an MSP, and it's not bad. You're going to be all right if you get yourself sorted out in a couple of weeks' time. What's the first thing you're going to buy?
Well, I don't know actually. It's a bit different to a waitress's salary, isn't it?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Probably more an indication that the salary for hospitality needs to go up.
That's the answer. I like that answer. Right. Okay, listen, let's get on with the quiz. Now, I don't have the scoreboard to hand, but you need about 30 to get the SNP back into the lead. Labour are top at the moment. Greens are... No, the Libs are... Anyway, you need about 30 points. That's what you're looking for. The format, I don't know if you've watched any other ones, the format is 10 questions. They start off easier and get harder. So the first question is worth 1 point, and then it goes up 2 points, 3 points, so on. And the last question is worth 10 points. So they get harder and more valuable at the end. So just do what you can, and we'll see how we go. How are you on quizzes generally? What's your strength and your weakness?
Well, I came second in one of your quizzes once at the Brass Monkey.
Yes.
Which is, it's not first, but it's all right. I'm usually
Okay, the Drummond Street one or the Leith one?
the Leith one.
Right, good stuff. Aye, excellent. Monday nights, yeah. Great, but I mean, it's difficult to win that quiz because it's usually pretty busy. A lot of people there. So, second, that's not bad. Right, you're going to be fine. Let's start off with a nice, easy one for 1 point, right? A really easy question to get you started. Name the long-running television sitcom which included Del Boy and Rodney as lead characters.
Oh gosh.
You see, you're quite young. This is
this happened to the boy from Angus South as well. He got a TV one from before his time.
That's right. Yeah. Del Boy and Rodney, as in Del Boy and Oi Rodney, you plonker. Set in London, 80s.
Is it the young ones?
No, it's only Fools and Horses.
Oh.
Right, don't worry. What happened with the green guy? The guy who got the best score so far actually got the first one wrong, so that's only the 1 point question. You heard of Only Fools and Horses, yeah?
I have, yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's very funny. Very good. You should check it out. Right, number 2. This might be more your era. Complete the title of the 4th Harry Potter book by J.K. Rowling. Harry Potter and the Goblet of
Fire.
Yes. Good, right, we're off the mark. We're up and running. Did you read those books?
I did, yeah, I read them all.
Yeah, they're too long. That's my criticism of them. Right, number 3. Which pantomime usually features a character named Buttons?
Oh, my cafe was right next door to the King's Theatre, so I definitely should know this one. It's Cinderella, isn't it?
Yeah, perfect. Very good. Right, you're motoring now. The first question thing that's behind us now. Question number 4 is an Edinburgh question. Which type of musical instrument, and this is 50-50 by the way, which type of musical instrument appears on the badge of Hibernian FC? Is it a flute or is it a harp?
I think it's a harp.
That is correct, yeah. Do you know why?
Possibly the Irish connection?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Irish origins, Irish creators of the club back in the 1870s. Right, number 5. Which English writer, these are getting more difficult now, which English writer was the author of The Descent of Man and Selection in Relation to Sex? That's one title, published in 1871. So the title is The Descent of Man and Selection in Relation to Sex. Who's the English writer? 1871, so Victorian times.
Victorian times.
Kind of scientific there.
Yeah, was it Darwin?
Yeah, very good. Well worked out. Charles Darwin. That was one of his blockbusters back in the day. Right, we're getting more and more difficult as we go on. Although hospitality background, you might know this one. Which brand of pale lager from France includes the year 1664 in its name?
That sounds. I feel like I've seen that on a beer glass.
Yeah, you will if you're 100 times.
Will I have taken it in? Is it Stella Artois?
No, it's a good answer. It's very similar type of stuff, very close, but it's Cronenberg. Cronenberg 1644. So we've missed the 6-point question, the 1-point question, but you're still doing well. And number 7 is another 50-50 one. You get two 50-50s. So question number 7. On average, how many years do lions live in the wild before they die? This is according to research by Pittsburgh Zoo. Is it 15 years or is it 45 years? So how long do lions live in the wild on average? 15 or 45?
You can't really imagine a predator living 45 years, can you? Let's go with 15.
That's a good answer. Yeah, good, well worked out. Yeah, they don't get long. They have a lot of fun, but they don't get long. Number 8 for 8 points. We're getting into the top difficult questions here. It's a geography question. Which range of mountains in northeast Italy includes a highest peak called Marmolada? So a range of mountains. It's not the Alps, right? It's something else. It's the highest peak is called Marmolada. It's in the northeast of Italy.
Oh gosh, I should know this one.
Why should you know it?
I just feel like mountains are a thing you should know for pub quizzes.
Yeah, you're probably right. It is quite pub quizzy.
I don't know. I don't know the answer, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's not one you can really guess. It's kind of you know it or you don't. It's the Dolomites.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the Dolomites. That's proper second year geography, and then you never come across it again in your actual life. So that's the dark side of pub quizzes. Right, question number 9 for 9 points. This is a historic question. In fact, it's about countries becoming independent. So you might know this one. In which century did Belgium become independent from the Netherlands? All right, Belgium used to be under the rule of the Netherlands. In which century? You don't even have to name the year. Just which century did Belgium become independent?
Oh, that's a difficult one.
That's why it's a 9-point question. But
yes.
it's gettable. It's guessable and gettable.
Yeah. Just thinking, they were already independent when they were colonizing Africa, which was quite late on. So it's maybe one of the earlier ones, like around maybe the 14th or 15th century, something like that. Let's go with 14th century.
14th century, a little bit ahead of the curve there. It's the 19th century. They were
wow.
They were ruled by all sorts of different people, and it only really became Belgium in I think it was the 1830s. I think that was the first time they got their stuff together. So bad luck on that one. Right, here we go. The last one is a year question. What year did these two things happen? And I think I'm going to give you 2 years either way on this one. So what year was the Nintendo DS first released? And that was in North America and Japan. And the girl band Atomic Kitten released their greatest hits album and then split up. So what year was that? So Girls Aloud split up and the Nintendo DS was first released.
I must know this. Atomic Kitten were my first ever concert.
Really?
That should help put it in the context.
Where did you see them?
I think it would have been Glasgow, the SECC.
Yeah, was it totally amazing?
Yeah, it was. When I was wee, I loved Atomic Kitten.
Cool.
Let me think. Oh gosh, it would have been early 2000s, wouldn't it?
You just got to get within 2 years of the right answer to get the points.
Should have thought of that when I was younger. I should have memorized that kind of thing. Let's say let's say 2000 and I'm slithering between 1 and 3. I think let's go with 1.
You go for 2001. A complete disaster. No, it's 2004. 2004. Oh, no. Ooh. So you've scored 21 out of 55. I think you're a little bit unlucky. I got to say, especially that last one. That last one would have made the difference. Would have put you up in 31. Probably would have put the SNP in the lead, but it's not going to be like that. So, you've let your party down very, very badly. But it's but you also done extremely well. So, thanks for coming on. Basically,
No worries. Thank you very much for having me, and I promise not to darken your quiz doors again after lockdown.
Oh no, please do. No, we need people who don't know about stuff like mountains, just to make the place a little bit more human. Because you get people who know about mountains, and they're great people. You know what I mean? But it's like, let's have some other chat. Get some Atomic Kitten chat in the quiz. So,
what about people that don't know mountains or Atomic Kitten? Is there a place for us?
Look, there's always something. I try to write the quiz that's got something for everybody. There's always a question that everybody knows. You know what I mean? Or like, there's everybody in the pub will always know one question. Hopefully that the rest of the team don't. That's the thing as well. This is difficult because it's a solo effort. It's not a team thing. So it's very, very difficult. Look, they're saying. Are people watching? Lorna's saying we did not do much better, to be honest. I think you got quite a difficult set of questions, to be completely honest. Like, I don't load them. Like, I've got no affiliation to a party, so I don't load them. I've done a whole bunch of these sets, and I just pull them out at random. So I think you got quite a difficult set, to be honest.
Thank you.
You've not brought shame. Yeah. No, you did all right. You did great. Well, mainly thanks for coming on and doing it. So what have you got lined up for the next couple of days? So you're out and about, you're hitting the streets?
Yeah, we've got our next leaflet arriving at the end of the week, so I'll be out delivering that. I quite enjoy doing that. It's nice to get some exercise.
Actually, let me ask you about that. I meant to ask at least one of the politicians that have gone, see the leaflets, right? Do they make any difference? Is there any kind of science as to whether they actually work? Because living here in a flat like I do, all the leaflets come through and you look at them and you're like, to be completely honest, you're like, yeah. I mean, do they work?
Well, there's a lot of kind of conflicting views on this. My view's kind of in the middle. I think most people pick them up, they probably look at them, and then they put them in the bin. So you've got about 10 seconds to make an impact with maybe the front and the back of your leaflet. But I do think people who are either, they're not that invested in the election, or they maybe don't have social media, or they don't go online, that's kind of all they know. If they want to know who's standing for their area and what they're promising, then they really do rely on the leaflets. So I think they do still have a role to play, although there is the environmental impact. We always use the eco-friendly paper and that kind of thing, but obviously putting out all that paper in an election is not great. So this has been an opportunity to try new things. So that's one good thing about this kind of election.
What have you? I mean, so what are those things? Have you? I mean, what kind of things have you been doing that you haven't done at previous elections? You've been doing, I don't know, Zoom town halls and stuff like that. Can you do that?
Yeah, stuff like that. So I've been offering people phone calls and Zoom calls, and we're doing in the next couple of weeks Zoom meetings for people, Zoom hustings, which you would usually do in a town hall or something. And I do Instagram Q&As and things like that, and just kind of community-based stuff. So chalking pavements is one thing that we've started doing that I love. And I
noticed that on your Twitter feed, actually, quite a few chalk moments. It's quite good because it's not long term; it'll wash away. So it's it feels quite friendly,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's always lots of nice things that you can try out doing, and sometimes things aren't as effective, and you can try them once and then not do them again. But I've been enjoying trying things out.
And thanks for putting on your name as you came through that you've got SNP, because I've just got to check that whenever I get someone from the SNP that you haven't defected to Alba or anything like that, because seems to be happening quite a bit. You're still SNP then, are you?
I'm still here, yes. I've got too much to do to be jumping about.
Are you worried about them, or do you welcome them, or what do you think about them?
It's one of these things. I mean, it's on the one hand, it's really great that so many people are supporting independence and really engaged and, are running for parliament on that basis, because obviously I support independence and I would love to see more MSPs that support independence. But on the other side of things, the SNP is a party that doesn't just support independence. We have a big range of policies that we want people to vote for. So that's why, I'm not going to be moving elsewhere, because I believe in the policies that we've developed and that I've helped develop as a member.
Well, you've been in the party since you're 16, so you're at home in the party. Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, listen, you've done really well tonight. It is difficult on your own, and it was a difficult set of questions tonight, but the scores go on the board. That'll get the SNP up the board, and thanks very much for doing the quiz.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
All right. Good night, Katrina.
Bye.
Bye. That was a particularly difficult set that Katrina got. It was not easy. Right, it's 8:25, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much to Katrina for coming and doing that. We have time for a couple of games for names before we spin the wheel at 8 o'clock. What do you want to do? You want to get a bit of Where Am I? I think you do, don't you? I'm going to get some Where Am I on. So let's check it out. Share screen. You know how to do it. I'm going to show you some Street View, and you are going to tell us where we are. Let's have a look. So here's the first one. Okay. Well, that's a pretty inauspicious view. Now, where are we? Look, there's some people come down the steps there. Let's go up. Can we go up here? Yeah, look, we can. Let's go up here. Ooh, that's some fairly avant-garde stuff there. Show us these cities. Y'all want to play Where Am I? Come on, let's do it. Let's have a look. We got... So, God, this place looks fairly brutal. It's not Birmingham. It's not that far away from Birmingham, but it's not Birmingham. Let's see. There's a bus. Can we see anything on the bus that will help us? Nah, not really. Looks like every other bus, because every city's got the same buses now. You used to be able to tell a city by the colour of the buses, because everywhere would have different stuff. Let's go along here a bit. Let's see. Edinburgh, no. Amsterdam, Coventry, no. Sheffield, no. Wolverhampton, no. Nah, it's not. You need to go further east. Let's see what we got up here. What's that say? That one's going to Delane. The 101 to Delane. Does that help you at all? What we got? Nottingham, Derby, Leicester, Aberdeen, Coventry, Worcester, Aberdeen, Rugby. No, I think you still need to go a bit east. I say it's near Birmingham. I mean, like globally, it's not actually that near Birmingham. God, this place is horrible. Look at that. Is that a car park? It's got something called the Queen's Gate. This is like Stirling, but without the charm. Southport, Scarborough, Dundee, York. Dublin, Dundee, Humberside. North Peterborough, we got a right answer. Yay, Robert Jones. Excellent. It is Peterborough. This is Peterborough. Peterborough. Look. What's that say? This way to the Queensgate Coach Park Supermarket Station and the A15. Right, well done, Robert. Robert Jones, you've been gone too long. Okay, very good. Right, let's get another one on. Let's try and do these fairly quickly to try and get some names on the screen, because I went on a bit too long again with the politics. It was nice speaking to Katrina. It's an exciting one, that Edinburgh Southern. Marginal. You know, I feel sorry for the MSP candidates that come on that are just like the Tory in Cowdenbeath and the Labour guy in Aberdeenshire. They've got no chance, you know. But that must be exciting. You're actually in a battle. Right, where are we now? Yeah. Nicknamed the Posh. Nobody knows why. Louisa's claiming she was first on that. Right, there was loads coming in. Louisa, I went for the first one I could see. I'll have a quick look back. Yep, you definitely were ahead. Don't worry, Robert. You're still on the wheel, right? But I'll put Louisa on there as well. A quick look reveals that she was ahead of you, but it's the rule is the first one I see, first one I call goes on the wheel no matter what. Right, where are we saying? Palermo, Damascus, Jerusalem, Athens, Sheffield, Benidorm, Bologna, Palermo, Turin, Sarajevo, Bari, Ferrara. Bari is a good guess, but not right. We're not that far from Bari in this, but it's not Bari. I've been here. It's a great place. Cairo, Vienna, Venice, Kinshasa. Nope. Ain't no Kinshasa. Brescia, Siena, Palermo, Genoa, Nah, much further south. You've got to go more south. Cagliari. Now, we're on the mainland. We are in Italy, as many of you have worked out. I wonder if I can get a better view of that church that's back here, because it's quite nice. Baku. No. Ain't no Baku. Let's go along here. There's a... Oh, no. Naples, Bologna, Naples, Napoli. No. Nice place. Very sunny. Nice and warm. Everyone's having a good time. Oh, I'm not going up there. I'm going to just click loads of businesses and give it away. Brindisi. No. But it's pretty getting close. Getting close with Brindisi, but it's not Brindisi. These cities are just so nice. Really, oh man, go away. Right, it's so tight, I can hardly get through here without clicking on businesses and potentially giving this away. Right, is this the big church here? Let's try and get around the front of this and look at it. Parma, Gallipoli, Taranto, Taranto. Taranto's not far away. Lecce! That's it. It's Lecce. Yes, the home of Baroque. One of the key cities in Baroque architecture. It's Lecce. Derek is correct. And Derek gets on the wheel. Right down in the heel of Italy, Lecce is the correct answer. I went to Lecce about 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. Great place. Just for a day trip. I was staying up the road. Looks like Valencia. Yeah, some great places down there. So I love Italy because it's so different. There's loads of different parts. I've never even really been to the north of Italy that much, but even from the centre of Italy down to the heel, very, very different. Okay, very good. I got one more. I know we've just gone slightly over, but I know, give me some value for money here. All right, let's get one more on. Where's the other one? Right, this one. No, this one. This is where we are. Right, okay, where are we now? I knew that watching Football Italia in the 90s would pay off eventually. Yeah, I went to watch Lecce play. Great ground. They were, by the time I went to see them, they were in something like the 4th division. And they were playing some team from way up in the north, so there was no visiting fans at all. But the home fans were great. They sang, chanted, and danced the whole way through it. I can't even remember the score, to be honest. I don't think it was that great a game. I went to a game once in Perugia versus Lazio. That was good. That was really good. Oh, look, we got a right answer straight away. No messing about here. It's Colin F, I think. Just trying to see who got it first. Colin F. Porto is correct. I didn't even need to look around. You just knew that straight away. Look, it's the Rua de Banaria. I don't know if that's how you say it. I don't know how much Portuguese is. Oops. Another fantastic looking European place. Look at that. Mad wee lanes. Imagine going down there and you just don't know where you're going and you're slightly drunk and you can't quite remember where the hotel is and nothing's in straight lines and no grid system. Like getting drunk in New York City is easy, right? Because the grid system and there's numbers. You just can't get lost. But places like this, where there's no straight lines, it can get messy. Okay. Well done, Colin F. Let me put that on the wheel. You are on the wheel. Okay, I better do some spinning because it is after 8:30 now. So let's do it. Well done, Colin. Indeed. Right. Let's get onto the wheel and get spinny. Get spinny with it. No. Get spinny with it. No. Chrome tab, wheel of names, share, right? There's all the names I've been typing in. They translate to this wonderful, gently spinning wheel of majesty up here. Derek, Colin, Karen, Louisa, Peter, Raymond and John and Ewan and Louisa again and John and Ewan and Bill and Derek and Jonathan and Robert. And everyone's on the wheel. All right. Let's get spinning. So what are prizes tonight? So we'll start off with let's start off with Louisa's prize. The vertical steam iron. I don't even know what it is, but it's a vertical steam iron. If Louisa wins it, if Louisa comes up on this spin, I'll do one of Karen's books, right? That's what we're doing. So let's find out. Ole! Enchanté! It's Colin!
Colin F.
Colin, you've won a vertical steam iron. A vertical iron. I don't know what it's for. But, Colin, I don't think... Have you won a prize before? I'm not sure you have. So what you need to do is send me your address. I'll pass that on to Louisa, and then she'll get the prize to you. All right, Colin? Nice work. You are the champion there for that prize. Okay, we take you off the wheel, and we move on to the next prize, which is the John Ronson book from Karen's library. Let's see who's going to win that. Ole! Enchanté! Caballero! It's Raymond, it's John!
John Meacham.
In a moment of benign serendipity and synchronicity, a man called John with no H has won a book written by a man called John with no H. John wins John. You can't write that stuff. It has attachments too. I hope you remember. Are you in Edinburgh, Colin? It'd be good to know. Oh, Gary solved it. It's for ironing your trousers while you're wearing them, so you don't have to take them off. You just iron them. Ah, now it makes sense. Right, where are my list of prizes? Here we are. So that's Lost at Sea is the name of that book by John Ronson, one of the John Ronson mysteries. All right, good prize. Okay. Right, it's down to my prizes now. Right, first of all, I'll do a scratch card. So this is your chance to win an absolute fortune, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking £100,000. Waka, waka, waka. You feel the wealth. Feel the wealth. We take John off the wheel. Hey, he's in Loch End. Superb. You might be the first person in Loch End to have a vertical iron. I don't know. I don't know how popular these things are. I don't know if that's a real, if it's like a... Well, here's the story. My mum bought the vertical iron for Graham as part of his Christmas present. And there it is on the wheel of gifts. Thanks very much, Louisa, for putting it up. Appreciate it. So I'll get Colin, send me your address and I'll pass it on to Louisa and she'll sort you out. Right, okay, here we go. £100,000, ladies and gentlemen. Ole! Caballero! Magnifico! El Toro! Louisa is going to get it.
Louisa Jobson.
Yeah, well earned. Loads of right answers. Prizes put up as well. The £100,000 is the least you deserve, Louisa. Great stuff. We take you off the wheel. And we are left with this parade of persons, one of whom is about to win the beer. We're going to spin for the beer. We're spinning for the beer. I think Louisa did win on one of the scratch cards once. Did you not get a tenner or something? Was it a fiver? I mean, I'm sure you had a win. Right, we're going to spin for the beer. This is a Cross Borders Brewery, ladies and gentlemen. Number one brewery in town. Number one brewery in the whole of Scotland. And... remember, you don't have to come up on this wheel to be a winner, because if you just use the discount code at Cross Borders, then you'll get a discount of 10%. By the way, I completely forgot to ask for tips earlier. Just remembered. I'm always in such a rush to get to the politician and always forget to do tips. So I'll just mention that just now. If you think tonight's quiz is worth a tip, ladies and gentlemen, and anything would be great, because if I don't do it right at the end, I don't really get very much. So I've kind of screwed that up. Don't tell the missus. But here is the donation link. Okay, so I'm still trying to feed my family out of this. You got 20. That's probably the best one so far. Like since the £100 that somebody won on Deadpool a couple of years ago. 20 quid. That's all right. Anyway, there's the donation link. Whoops, forgot about that. Anyway, time to spin for the beer. Here we go. Cross Borders beer. Who's it going to be? Is it Peter? Is it Raymond? It's going to be Raymond, maybe. Hey, Raimondo. Raymond. One of our resident humor kings. I think it was a gag that got you on the wheel tonight. I can't remember, but pretty sure it was. So you've won the beer, Raymond. Yes. Bill got a £5 on a scratch card. A £5's all right. £5's like sort of your milk and bread, you know. But 20 quid. Oh yeah, that's like your milk and bread and a carry out. Well done, Raymond. You are a beer winner. And they're saying well done. I don't know if is Raymond still here? He's suddenly Suomi Scott. Fantastic. So I've got your details, Raymond, and I'll get those to Cross Borders and they'll get you the beer. Oh, Peter, you were so close. You know what? Even if you are off the drink, it's good to win a bit of beer. You share it out, give it to your neighbour if you don't hate your neighbour. How did you change your name like that? There we go. That was Bill's £5. 4 cans and a pint of milk. That's the stuff. All liquid. All good. Right, I hope you enjoyed meeting Katrina from the SNP. She had a rough run of questions, to be fair. Let me just try and update the scoreboard while we're here, actually. I might as well do it live, because I should have had it all set up. Should have done it live, but hey-ho, let's get onto this. Give me spreadsheet up here. Where is she? She scored 21, which is not the lowest so far. But it was a wee bit unlucky, put it that way. Let's just refresh the scores here. Okay, she's put the SNP into third place. They were actually in fourth before this, so they're now into third place, largest to smallest. There we go. Right, I can show you this now. So let me take the wheel out here and then share the screen with the scores. There we go. So that's with Katrina's score for tonight, and that puts the SNP up to 57 points now. Labour are in the lead. The young fella from Angus South, Graham McKenzie, did a great stint last week. He got the high value questions. He also struggled with some of the early ones. Can you put the link up for the scores? Yes, I will. I'll do that right now, Peter. Let's see. Score upload. Here it is. So there's the score upload again. Yeah, there's not going to be any mental high scores tonight. It's going to be lower than Friday. Anyway, Friday was really high scoring. You had to be in the 70s to get in the top third, which is remarkable. But I don't think it'll be like that tonight. I think maybe 60, 65 or something like that will probably get you top third tonight. Oh, I know that. I know that, Raymond. I'm a quizmaster. I know that Suomi is Finland in Finnish. I know that. Are you Finnish? Raymond doesn't sound particularly Finnish. I thought all Finnish people were called things like Mika and Haka and Mika, Nika, Nika, Naka. Not Raymond. Or do you married to a Finn? Or do you just like Finland? Or what's the connection? My thing is Greece. You know, I'm married to a woman who's half Greek, and I lived in Greece for a couple of years, and I just love Greece. So I like Greek stuff, you know. Maybe you got the same situation with Finland. I've never been to Finland. They've got I was going to say quite a strong candidate for winning Eurovision this year. They haven't. I don't think it's going to win, but it's a proper rock song. Oh, your mum was from Finland. Well, there you go. That's the connection. Does that mean you can get a passport? Does that mean you can still be EU? My mum, right, is applying for Polish citizenship at the moment. Her dad was Polish, came over during the Second World War. So my mum and her sister are currently applying for Polish citizenship, which would be great if they get it, because it just opens things up, makes things a little easier getting around with all this Brexit, what's going on. And it also means I might be able to apply for Polish citizenship despite not being Polish at all, really, apart from my granddad. Hey, there's Sam. Received my prize, booked today all the way in Amsterdam. Good stuff. It's from Karen Duff. That's who it's from, Sam. I said to Karen after you won, I sent your address and I said, listen, it's Amsterdam. I'll do it. If you send it to me, I'll send it in the post. She said, no problem. I'll send it. So thanks very much to Karen for that. Thanks for sending it. Do something for Eurovision. Does my mob love it? Yeah. I will this year. I really meant to last year do a special Eurovision quiz, but I will this year. I'll do a special Eurovision quiz, a whole quiz about Eurovision. I love it. Hey, wicka wicka, Marion. Good, excellent. Thanks to Karen from Sam. Nice work. Let me just screenshot that actually. Okay. Yeah, I'll do a special Eurovision quiz, maybe on a night that I don't do a normal quiz, so I can make it a special event instead of, because I know that a lot of the regulars probably dislike Eurovision. There's quite a lot of people who just dislike Eurovision, so I wouldn't lay a whole quiz on them. But equally, I want to do something more than just a single round, so I'll do a full Eurovision quiz this year, but I'll do it on a different day. You know what? Maybe do it the Saturday before actual Eurovision. Yes, actually, Sam, hers arrived and she posted on Facebook today. She posted a picture of the Stroop waffles. So she's delighted with that. She incorrectly mentioned that it was Danish culture, but of course it's Dutch is what she meant. So I don't know if you're on the group on Facebook. Let me put a link for that into the chat. Eurovision Disney matter to me. That's low quality, Louisa. You finish? I've only just started. Never heard that one before, Marion. It's a new one. Now, what's this? Me and Wilbur made a special Eurovision song you can use rights free for your quiz if you want. This is good news, right? Sam, is it on the internet? Is it on YouTube? Can we hear it right now? If you post a link in, then I'll sort of get the link up on the other window and everyone can hear it. Oh, there's Geraldine. Yay! Yeah, I think Geraldine was pleased with a little bit. It wasn't just a packet of Stroop waffles. It was like a couple of packets and some other stuff, books and cards and whatever. Disney. I think I might have scheduled that. Louisa, let me just see. If I've not scheduled it, I'll do it right now. Let's see. PQ scheduler. That's what I need. Yes. It's scheduled for 2 Mondays' time. It's the 26th of April. Disney Music. I've got a spreadsheet here. Disney Music, Louisa Jobson, 26th of April. You know what I should start doing? Like the 50-50 round thing's become a thing now. I was just experimenting, but I've decided to keep it. It's quite good, which is that you lot suggest topics for the 50-50 round. So I think I'll start doing, if you're the person who suggested the round, put your name on the wheel as well. Why not, eh? Just another reason to get on the wheel, which is all good. So the ones coming up for the rest of this week, we had Roadside Attractions tonight. Roadside Attractions off the world. Car Logos on Wednesday. That's from Robin Phillips. Friday's a banger. It's grapefruits and watermelons, as suggested by Lorna in Turkey. Next Monday's insane. Level 42 and bingo. Right? And I can't remember who suggested that. That's the only one I don't have a note for. Then Lobsters, suggested by Marion. That's next Wednesday. Then the Friday is Baldy Pop Stars. That's suggested by John Meacham. Then the week after that, Monday is Disney Music, Louisa. Liebers, suggested by Beeg. And to finish off the month is Rod Stewart, suggested by Denise in Dublin. And I've already got one scheduled for May, which is Genghis Khan. So that's from Jonathan. Link here. Oh, no, it's stripped out the link. It was an entry for Romania for 2020. What? But denied at the knockouts. Hang on a second. What, really? What, is this real? I thought you'd taken the mic. Tell you what, it's stripped out the link. It obviously doesn't want you to post links in the thing, but tell me what to search for, and I'll get it searched in another window here, and we'll get it up. So, what is this true? Did you actually write a song that actually went in to the Romanian national selection? I thought you were just making it up, like you're just mucking about, made up a tune. Hang on a second. Tell me what to search for. David Attenborough. Well, one at a time, eh? I got limited to one person's choice per month. Or, you know, that's a good question. A good category. Right, Sam. I'm going to search Sam Ruddick. Feel bad now because you're loving it. What is this made up? Just tell me what to search for. Tell me the title. Oh, it wasn't an entry for Romania. I mean, I thought it might have been possible. Who knows? I mean, you live in Amsterdam. You're a European guy. Right, here we go. Vincent and the Love Angles in Space. Official video, right? Or Vincent Saint Love and the Love Angles. Is that deliberate or is it Love Angels? Vincent Saint Love and Love. I think that's a typo. Angels in Space. Let's see what comes up on the search. Vincent Saint Love. It's bringing stuff up by Saint Vincent. Hang on, let's just. I'm having trouble with this. What's the name of the channel? It is Angles Like Triangle, right? Okay, let's try that again. Vincent, this is me searching on YouTube just now. I'm doing it. I'll show you how I'm searching, right? So, Chrome tab. Okay, right. So, Vincent Saint Love and the Love Angles In space. I'm going to type the whole thing. Official video. Come on. Here we go. 78 views 1 year ago. Right, ready, everyone? Funky. Ah! Macarena!
And Raisin went on a little trip. She wanted to go around the world, but she couldn't afford a one-way ticket away.
Hang on. She wanted to go somewhere, but she couldn't afford a one-way ticket to something. Is there lyrics underneath? No, you need to put the lyrics in the what should we call it? In the description. We need lyrics.
So she decided to just do a little bit of Europe on the tram. She went with her friend, and they got away for a roundabout. Now she wishes that she hadn't done it. She's feeling a little bit homesick, and she wishes that she'd just stayed at home. But
This is pretty good. This is pretty fantastic. So she wanted to go away, but she didn't have enough money, so she did a bit of one-way tramming, and then she got homesick. I like the character. I like the stretchy arms. Look at that. So I feel the chorus is coming up soon. Let's get to it.
she's lonely, she's living her life with people, and they're talking their wife, and this is the time that she should be enjoying. No, because we're talking about things that were in her life, and we're talking about things that we don't like now. There's things like reason, right, and genuine. Playing Crash now, this is a thing that we do like, and this is a thing that we're gonna bike. No, we like to bike around, and we're gonna sing this like we are proud now. Someone had the smart idea of making a hot dog eating contest. We thought that we could eat a million.
Hot dog eating contest. We thought that we could eat 1 million. This seems legit.
We had about 1 and 2 and 3 and maybe 4 before we decided we could handle no more. Cause we're talking about things that were in our life, and we're talking about things that we don't like now. There's things like reason, right, and genuine. Playing Crash now, this is a thing that we do like, and this is a thing that we're gonna bike. No, we like to bike around, and we're gonna sing this like we are proud now.
Hey. Now, Sam, this is obviously complete bollocks, but it's quite well made. It leaves you asking a lot of questions. It's like, who's this guy? Why has he got a white coat on? Is he a butcher? Why are there turtles or tortoises on bicycles? They look like they're having fun. What's the song about? Sounds like it's some kind of trip in more ways than one. Skip to 3:30 for the drum and bass.
Playing Crash now, this is a thing that we do like, and this is a thing that we're gonna bike. No, we like to bike around, and we're gonna sing this like we are proud now. Delicious. It's crazy. Deliciously funky. Delicious funky. It's crazy. Deliciously funky.
Vincent say love, the love angles. In space, it's going to be big. Sound of the summer. Right. That was pretty fantastic. I'd be very pleased if I'd made that. Did you use Blender to do the animation? I tried using Blender once, ended up with like stretchy, foldy, a cow, actually. An animated cow. I thought I might get into computer animation for a while. Turned out it's quite a steep learning curve, and I don't really have time, so kind of left it, parked it, but that's great stuff. I can't believe Romania wouldn't go. You know what it needs? It needs a chorus. It just needs a chorus. That's all. It's a good groove, but it needs a chorus. It didn't really hit a chorus like round about here.
With her friends, and they got away for a roundabout. Now she wishes that she hadn't done it. She's feeling a little homesick, and she wishes that she'd just stay at home.
And there it goes. Da, 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 da. It's chorus there. That's what you need. That's my musical opinion. First review. Aye. 29th of September 2019. Aye. Yeah, that's the question. That's what we want to know. Peter's asking the question we want to know. What's with the turtles or tortoise? What's the explanation? What's the song actually about? Like I can sort of make it out. Somebody's going on a trip and then they get homesick. They wish they hadn't. There's a bit about a hot dog eating competition. We thought we could eat 100, but after 5, that was enough. The theme of the lyric seems to be about satisfaction and lack thereof. I'm trying to think what Eurovision it might remind me of. You don't get a lot of sort of drummy, bassy type things in Eurovision. I suppose of this year's entries, it's closest to Ukraine. Shum. Let's let's go away. Put it there. Shum. This is good.
For Northern Irish citizens using our COVID symptom tracking,
shut up.
Civica check.
Bloody adverts, man. Well, no, thank you for creating it. It's great that people are making things. A lot more music. I get it. We get all the music up. We'll do an entire music round just for your stuff. But please explain the turtles or tortoises. That's what we need to know. Right, here's Shim. That's my favourite tune for this year. You did a whole album one night. Right, here's the answer to the turtles. You can't go to the gold rush without taking pictures of gold. Right, that doesn't mean anything, Wilbert. It's good, but it doesn't mean anything. Do you want to see my video? My music video that I made last bus to Falkirk. So this is a video that me and my friend David made. Well, we made the song about 10 years ago, and a couple of years ago we visited Falkirk to finally make the video to go with the song, and then we put it together, and this is what we came up with. It's called Last Bus to Falkirk.
the end of Saturday night and I'm pissed after hammers of beer. I'm thinking of Falkirk and naked birds in the rain as I'm walking past a bus stop and piss into the gutter. Thinking about the time when I was wee and spied my babysitter Julie, spread eagle, naked on my mum and dad's bed. I swatched a look at her bush and rubbed myself up against the sofa. There's a bird at the bus stop, but I'm too pissed to even see her cooping, and I just want to get back to Falkirk. But I've only got a 4 bob in my pocket, and I've got it in my head to ask the bird for 50p. But ask to feel her tits, and I'm soaking wet and from Falkirk. She laughs and tells me I look like Elvis, and that I've got a foul mouth, and tells me to go fuck myself, and that she's into Sinatra. I hate her, ken what I mean? Ken what I mean? And I walk home, thinking about Glasgow and its West End lassies who stone at bus stops, and I bury my head into my jacket and head off home to Falkirk, centre of civilization.
So there you go. That's Last Bus to Falkirk. The voice on that is my friend David. I did the music, and I kind of put the video together. But we walked around Falkirk just filming for a day, and it's about depression, specifically Scottish depression, which of course is the purest form of depression. We've made a bit of an art form out of it here in Scotland. So I hope you enjoyed that. That was a strange end tonight. So this is who to look out for, folks. It's Vincent St. Love and the Love Angels. Okay.
Went on a little trip. She wanted to go around the world, but she couldn't afford a one-way ticket away. So she decided to just do a little bit of Europe on the tram. She went with her friend, and they got away for a roundabout. Now she wishes that she hadn't done it. She's feeling a little bit homesick, and she wishes that she'd just stay at home. But she's far away, she's living the life that people want, and they're talking their wife, and this is the time that she should be enjoying. No, because we're talking about things that were in her life, and we're talking about things that we don't like now. There's things like reason, right, and genuine playing crash. Now this is a thing that we do like, and this is a thing that we're gonna bike. No, we like to bike around, and we're gonna sing this like we are proud now. Someone had the smart to.
So that is the, I get it, that is the chorus then. Yeah. I want to see the lyrics written down. It's I got the first verse now. I might need to listen to that a few times to get the full story. But a girl wants to leave home. She can't afford a one-way ticket around the whole world, so she just does a bit of Europe on the tram. But then she goes with her friend, and then she's homesick. She wished she'd stayed at home. It's a good start, a good story. I don't know why this butcher guy's telling a story. Anyway, thanks, Sam. Thanks, Wilbert, for bringing a little bit of art into our lives. And I'll see you all on Wednesday. Wednesday is Yes, stick him in the. You know what to do? Write them up, but stick them in the description underneath the video. Like there, that's what you want to see. You want to click on there and see all the lyrics, you know. This is what I've been looking at. Laurie Anderson, Gary Kasparov, Roman Polanski. That's all my rubbish. Oh, look, live now. Look. What happens if I click on that and it's like Gary Kasparov, Roman Polanski? Right, that's all my rubbish. A bad loop, probably. That's not going to be good. Right, I better stop this. I'm out here. Good night, everybody. Thanks for doing the quiz. Remember to upload your scores if you haven't already. There is the link for score upload one more time. Come back on Wednesday. You can win bread and everything. And if you thought tonight's quiz was worth a tip, then I'm delighted to get a tip off you. I really totally blanked my mind to remember to ask for tips, so there won't be much coming in. So if you fancy partnering with a few quid, you think the quiz worth, you know, if you went to a real pub quiz, you'd spend tons of money. We are, you are, I am, they are, everybody is safe for the quiz. All right. Good night.